Good morning to all again. Conformational analysis is a very important unit in a 507. Okay, so this is your syllabus. Your syllabus comprise conformation at cyclic system, conformation of cyclohexane, mono and disubstituted, all this, heterocyclic compound, 5 and 6 member ring compound, fused bicyclic, tricyclic, polycyclic. Okay, these are the compounds, and conformations of sugar, and one more topic is stereochemistry of compound having nitrogen, phosphorus, and sulfur. So this topic is nothing is new. This is already there in your BSc level syllabus. So this topic, I think you can prepare from that. So that will also appear, no problem. Now, so in this case, see, first is what is conformational analysis? What is its application? The first question is, what is called conformational analysis? So see, conformational analysis is nothing but conformational analysis is a type of analysis by which you are getting the idea about different energy which is associated with a different structure. So you can predict which structure is actually more stable. So conformational analysis is nothing but, how to define it? So conformational analysis is the study of how some properties such as free energy, reactivity, stability, etc. How some properties of molecule are related to its shape. How some properties of the molecule is related to its shape. So that is we call conformational analysis. Okay, conformational analysis is nothing but how some properties are related to their shape. You know that sometimes the cis geometry is less stable as compared to trans geometry because of the steric interaction. So such a type of study you can make it, that is using its shape. So that is we call the conformational analysis. So one important parameter is this one. Now, whenever you are looking for conformational analysis, then you are always dealing with the conformers. Conformation. What is meaning of conformation? So conformation is a type of isomers caused by. It is a types of isomer are possible by rotation about. Sometimes it is called rotamers. Rotation about carbon-carbon single bond. Number of isomers are possible by rotation about carbon-carbon single bond, and they are interconvertible into one another. They are interconvertible into one another. So that is called conformation. So conformation is nothing but it is a type of, it is a very different stereoisomers. They are interconvertible. It is a type of the different, it is a types of different stereoisomers. Type of isomers are possible by rotation about carbon single bonds and they are interconvertible. So that is we called, you can say conformation. So see, especially conformation is concerned. So what's about its stability? In case of cycloalkane, all the carbon atoms are in a one plane. Whenever you are studying its stability, so all the carbon atoms are in a one plane, and you know that carbon atom is having sp3 hybridization. So according to Weierstrain theory, Weierstrain theory is very, very important to decide stability. So according to this theory, what happens in cycloalkane? See, cycloalkane, this theory is useful to explain stability of cycloalkane. We can explain stability of cycloalkane using Weierstrain theory. So what happens in the cycloalkanes? All the carbon atoms are lies in a one plane. In according to this theory, see, in cycloalkane, all the carbon atoms are lies in a one plane, in a single plane. All the carbon atoms are lies in a single plane according to this theory. All the carbon atoms lies in a one plane. Now carbon atom having sp3 hybridization, that is tetrahedral geometry, you know very well. Carbon atom having sp3 hybridization with bond angle, ideal bond angle 109 degree and 28 minutes. So this is a bond angle. This is a normal bond angle. Now what happens? In this case, see, when you are disturbing, you make any changes into shape, and resultant of that changes, this normal bond angle gets deviated. So deviation in normal bond angle normal bond angle which create distortion in the structure. Once this bond angle gets deviated, so which create distortion in the structure. As a result, reactivity is increases and stability is decreases. So stability gets decreases. Whatever ideal angle is there in case of cycloalkanes, so if you make any changes to that angles, as a result, that stability is definitely going to affect it. You know very well, see in the case of simple alkane, CH2, CH3, CH3, this bond angle is equal as 109 degree and 28 minutes. This is the case with normal propane. So in the case of normal propane, this bond angle is ideal. But whenever you are having say cyclic structure like this type of structure, you can say it is a cyclopropane. So in the case of the cyclopropane, you are getting see deviation in this angle between these two groups, that is deviation in normal tetrahedral bond angle. As a result of this, you are getting see a structure with some reactivity. So the deviation is calculated by deviation in bond angle is calculated by see this formula 1/2 109 50 and 28 minute minus 2n minus 4 upon n into 90. So where this n is equal to number of carbon atom in a ring. N is equal to number of carbon atom in a ring. For example, you can have a suppose see, this is cyclopropane. Okay, cyclopropane is there, so its alpha value become, you know that this value become 60. Carbon atom is lies in a one plate. Cyclobutane is there. This angle is 90. Cyclopentane is there. So this angle is, you can say, this is found to be, say as the ring size increases, this angle is gets increases. Okay, so this angle become 108. Cyclohexane. This angle become 120. Similarly, 128 degree and 30 minute for cyclohexane. So likewise. So how to getting see deviation? If you want to calculate deviation, then you can put here say 109 degree and 28 minute minus 2n is equal to 3. So 3 into 2, 6, 6 minus 4. That is 2. 6 minus 4, that is 2. 2 by 3. 2 by 3, that is 1, see 2 by 3 into 90. So what is it? 2 by 3 is 1.66 into 90. With this way, you can calculate deviation. So what is your answer for this using this formula? If you want to calculate deviation using minus 2n minus 4 divided by n into 90. So you can do the calculation by yourself and then tell me the answer. What is it exactly? N is equal to number of carbon atom in a ring. You can take here 3. So 2 into 3 is 6. 6 minus 4. Okay, you can do calculation by yourself. You can also do calculation for 4-member ring. So for 4-member ring, you can take the number of carbon atom equal to 4. So 4 into 2, 8 minus 4. Here it's 8 minus 4. Minus 8 minus 4. You can check it by yourself and then tell me the answer of deviation in difference to confirmation. We'll move to the next topic and then this is a theoretical calculation. Whatever answer you are getting. Now see next. In case of conformational analysis, what happens? Here, stability is very, very important. So, in order to decide stability of different conformation, so what you can do? Stability is a very, very important factor here. So, in case of different conformations of cycloalkanes, you can have a certain factors which will affect the stability. So, that factor is one of them is Bayer strain. That is angle strain, deviation from normal angle. Stability of different conformations depends on what? So first one is the angle strain. Second very important factor is the 1,3 diaxial interaction. 1,3 diaxial interaction. Second important factor is 1,3 diaxial interaction. This is also very important factor. Third one is the hydrogen bonding. Sometimes hydrogen bonding may also play very important role in stability of different conformation. So you can have a hydrogen bonding is there in the molecule, you can consider that one also. And steric interaction. So these are very important 4 factors that will decide the stability. 4 important factors you can say. What are these 4 factors? First one is Bayer strain, that is deviation from normal bond angle. Second one is 2 groups are there at axial position in cyclic system, then it is called 1,3 diaxial interaction. Third one is angle strain, 1,3 diaxial interaction, and then hydrogen bonding. And fourth one is steric interaction. So this will decide the stability of any conformation. Now see, according to your syllabus, here in your syllabus, what happens? So conformational analysis of especially heterocyclic compound is also there, like a structure of the carbohydrate. The structure of the carbohydrate is there. So in this case, what happens? So see, carbohydrate, especially structure of the glucose. We'll first discuss the different conformations of glucose type molecule. So in case of structure of the glucose, what happens? See, this is the normal structure of glucose. You can have a 2-form structure of glucose. Six carbons are there. Now here the OH group is above the plane. So this form is called beta form. Beta glucose, beta D glucose. And if it is below the plane, then you can call as alpha D glucose. So this is below the plane, then you can say it is alpha D glucose. And this is beta D glucose. Now what happens in the alpha and beta form? So see, OH group at second other carbons are same. So see, these two conformations are only different carbon number 1. That is carbon, originally it is carbonyl carbon. The rest of the other carbons configuration remains same, and therefore these two forms are called anomers. Definition of anomers is nothing but two structures which are having different conformation at carbon number 1 only. They are called anomers, and other are apimers. If carbon number 1 is different, then they are called anomers. Now, how to do corresponding chair form, stable chair form? So in the chair form, there are two different arrangements, axial and equatorial. Remember, this is the chair form. Here two position is there, one is equatorial and this is axial. Here also this is axial and this is equatorial. This is axial, this is equatorial. Equatorial, axial. And here it is axial and equatorial. Okay, so here it's a CH2OH. Now, what happens if you have a OH group which is above the plane, whatever groups are there at above the plane, you can put it into equatorial position. And those which are below the plane, that is in axial position. So OH group is above the plane, it is here. Here hydrogen. Now in the next carbon, OH group which is below the plane. Now see, remember, after writing one carbon, see if OH group is it is at equatorial, so this is called beta form. And if OH group which is at axial position, if OH group which is at axial position, then this is called alpha. Okay, now after writing this one, then how to write down the other group? So look at here, see these two groups are in the same side or different side. Here OH group is above the plane and this OH group is at carbon number 2 is below the plane. So these two groups are in opposite direction. So look at here, see this group you can extrapolate, so it is goes into upward direction. So you can write down here OH group, so this is goes into downward direction, and therefore these two OH group are in a opposite direction. And trans see आप कैसे पता चलेगा कि whether these two groups are trans or cis? So you can simply extrapolate these two groups. If they goes into same direction, then it is called cis. And if they goes into opposite direction, then they are called trans. Now, what's about these two groups? These two are also trans to each other. So this group goes downward direction. So you can put here OH group. So this OH group you can extrapolate. So this is goes into upward direction. So again, these two are in opposite. Now this OH and this CH2OH both are in opposite direction. These two are also in opposite direction. Look at here. So this is in upward direction, so this is in a downward direction. You can extrapolate, this is in a downward direction. So these two are in opposite direction. So in this way, you can see draw the structure. See, you just extrapolate the group. Whatever the group is there, you can just extrapolate it. So you are getting idea about whether these two groups are trans or cis. Okay, this OH group is in a downward direction. These two are in the same side. Both are in a downward, so you can put this is also in a downward direction. So these two are cis to each other. Now these two are trans. Remember, these two groups are trans to each other. So this is in a downward direction, this is in a upward direction. Look at here. Now these two are also trans. So you can put OH group here. So in this way, so in this case, what happens? If you compare both the structure, which one is more stable? So you are getting the idea about stability of this structure. Here, carbon number 1, OH is at axial. If it is alpha form, and if it is beta form, then it is at equatorial. Now my question is alpha and beta, which structure is more stable? So in the case of especially alpha form, you can have a 1,3 and 1,5 diaxial interaction. See, OH group is there at carbon number 1 at axial position. So it creates diaxial interaction. So look at here. Diaxial interaction taking place between 1,3 and 1,5 hydrogen. 1,5 is nothing but see 1,3 hydrogen. Look at here. These two groups are see at axial position. This OH, which is at axial, and this is also at number 3 hydrogen is which is at axial. So because of the 1,3 diaxial interaction, for this 1, 2, and 3, so this is also 1,3 diaxial interaction. See, if you consider this hydrogen, or on this side, if you give number, then it is 1,5 diaxial, or you can say 1,3 diaxial interaction. Two such 1,3 diaxial interaction is there. Interaction with OH group. But here see OH group which is at equatorial. So here only interaction is there, but it is between two hydrogen. 1,3 diaxial interaction between two hydrogen. Here also there, see this is 1, 2, 3. This type of interaction is also there. But it is between two hydrogen, and therefore this structure having less, this structure having more energy. Sorry, this structure having less energy. Interaction is less, so energy is less. So this structure beta form having less energy and more stability. In the beta form, it has less energy, more stability. Which form is more stable? You may ask the question in MCQ, so you can write on this form having more energy and less stability. So among alpha and beta form is less stable as compared to more stable as compared to alpha form, and the reason is 1,3 diaxial interaction. What are the other compounds which is having say heteroatoms? So if you consider 5-membered ring compound, just you write down this introductory part. 5-membered ring compounds which having nitrogen atom is a part of the ring. So this is called pyrrole. If here it is furan, oxygen is a part of the ring, then you can call as furan. Sulfur is there as a part of the ring, then you can have a thiophene. So pyrrole, thiophene, and furan. So pyrrole is all these are the aromatic compounds. So it is with heteroatoms you can call it. Pyrrole is having nitrogen as a heteroatom. Thiophene having sulfur as a heteroatom, and you can have a furan with oxygen as a heteroatom. So this is about different heterocyclic compound. If you consider 6-membered ring compound, what happens? In the 6-member with only one heteroatoms, you can have a C pyridine. 2 nitrogen atom is there at 1 and 2 position. It is called pyridazine. If 2 nitrogen atom at 1 and 3 position, it is called pyrimidine. If 2 nitrogen atom is there at 1 and 4 position, it is called pyrazine. So all are the examples of the cycloalkanes which having, you can call all are the cycloalkanes which having heteroatom as a part of the ring. So if you look again, coming to the conformational analysis, see if in the conformational analysis, whenever you are checking the stability of any conformation, then the factors which are play very important role to decide stability is, I have already told that, that is, one is you can call as bond angle. Second one is, depending on the structure, dipole interaction is also play important role. Hydrogen bonding, steric interaction. Okay, all they are the factors. Now see, we are going to discussing conformational analysis of cyclohexanes, because cyclic compound is there in your syllabus. So we are going to discussing different conformation of cyclohexanes. So first of all, I will tell you, in the cyclohexanes, what happens? Whatever the conformation of cyclohexanes are there, you remember cyclohexanes having, look at its conformation. So you can have a different conformations like cyclohexane, which is attributed chair form cyclohexane, having different conformations are, one is we can call as chair form. So this type of conformation is called chair form. Then half chair. Chair form. Then you can have a half chair. Half chair. What form? Twist board. To see among this all form, which form is more stable if you consider stability. So stable one is, write down in the chat box which form is more stable. Write down in the chat box. Highest stability is exhibited by which form? See, chair form is more stable. You can give the rotation. So chair form is highly stable. Now then, if you give the rotation, the chair form is converted to half chair. Chair form is converted to half chair. Half chair. See, this is the energy profile diagram. Chair form having, see, almost you can consider zero energy. It is more stable. Now chair form is converted to half chair. Half chair is converted to twist board. Twist board is converted to board. So this is a half cycle. This is a half cycle. Again, half board is converted to twist board. Twist board is converted to half chair. and half chain is converted to chain. So this is complete cycle. So you see, if you give this one cycle rotation, so what happens? All the axial hydrogen become equatorial. All the axial hydrogen become equatorial. Okay, so 36,000 approximate per second is take place in a solution of cyclohexane. So if you look at energy, so more stable form is chair form, having least energy, followed by twist bot, second least energy, followed by bot form, and then half chair. So see, this is stability of conformations of cyclohexane. This is energy axis. So you can discuss stability. These are the different conformations. So see, in this case, what happens? If you having here, see, cyclohexanes is different conformations are there. And what you can do? In the case of cyclohexane, suppose you are having see monosubstituted ring. Only one group is there in the cyclohexane, like tertiary butyl or whatever. So two positions are there in cyclohexanes. This position is called cross position is equatorial and this is axial. This is equatorial, this is axial. Equatorial, this is axial. Equatorial, axial. So you always remember that equatorial position is less sterically hindered position. See, there is less steric interaction at equatorial position. Less interaction is there. So which is more stable? So always see this group is preferred at equatorial position rather than axial. Tertiary butyl group you can put into equatorial. This is more stable as compared to you can put into axial position. Okay, so tertiary butyl group is always written in equatorial, which is more stable. This is a stability order. But see, if you having two groups in the ring, like one is ethyl group, another is methyl. Now see, ethyl and methyl are in opposite direction. Look at here, 1 and 2 position. They are in opposite direction. And how to draw stable structure? So first you write down see bulky group. Bulky group is always written at equatorial position. ये आपको equatorial पे लिखना है. Bulky group you can write down at equatorial position because at equatorial position there is less steric interaction. Now these two groups are say trans to each other. ये दोनों group है वो एक दूसरे को trans है. So here how to draw this stable structure for this transform? तो यहाँ आपको simply से direction extrapolate करना है. At 1 and 2 position, this group is if you extrapolate, it is goes into downward direction. ये नीचे की ओर जा रहा है this group. And this group you can extrapolate here at equatorial and axial. आपको trans चाहिए दोनों. So at axial position, this is in downward direction, but equatorial which is in upward. So you can put methyl group at equatorial. So now both the group are equatorial. This is a stable structure for given cyclohexane derivative. Similar way, you can have a suppose these two groups are in the same side. Suppose this is at ethyl and here it is methyl. Both are in the same direction at 1 and 4 position. Then you can draw. First, you write down this bulky group at equatorial. Now these two groups are at 1 and 4 position. Now you want to see these two groups are cis. So you cannot take this methyl group here at equatorial, but you can take it at axial position. So now you can extrapolate. So both the group are goes into same direction. So this structure is stable. Okay, so monosubstituted derivative is concerned. You can take this group at equatorial. But what's about disubstituted? Disubstituted cyclohexane. So see 1, 2 already we have taken. 1, 2 disubstituted we have already taken. Two groups are there at 1 and 2 position, like whether you are having this one. This is called C2 group which are at cis. and this is called two groups which are at transposition. These two groups are in opposite direction, transposition. So you can have a see this type of structure. You can put to see bulky group which is ethyl, which is at equatorial fast. Now these two groups are trans to each other, so you can take methyl group at equatorial. So now you can extrapolate both the bonds, so they are goes into opposite direction. So this is called trans. 1 ethyl, 2 methyl, cyclohexane. Similarly, in this case, ethyl you can take equatorial, bulky group always taken at equatorial first. Now you want to see this both the group in the same direction, and therefore you can take methyl group which is at axial position. Okay, so this is the corresponding structure of the cis derivative. This two you can extrapolate. This goes into same direction, so it is called cis conformation. Now see two groups which are there at 1 and 3 position. For example, here tertiary butyl, and here it is methyl. Both are there in the same direction, and in another case, both are there in opposite direction. And how to draw its stable structure? So stable structure, see, you can draw it this way. Possible structures are 4. Which one is more stable? We will find out it. So possible here both are there. This is these two are in the same direction, so you can put see first this bulky group at equatorial in both the case. You can put bulky group at equatorial first. Now you want to see at number 3 position, you want a group which is cis in the same direction. So you can write down here at equatorial. Because you extrapolate this line, both the line goes into upward direction. So this is the equatorial geometry. But here you want these two groups are trans to each other, so you can put here CZ transpose. Axial position. So these two you can extrapolate. So these two are goes into upward, now opposite direction. So this is called trans geometry. This is CS. So this is a correct stable structure of this given structure. This is stable structure of second. अगर आपको पॉसिबल स्ट्रक्चर लिखना है तो आप कैसे लिख पाओगे? सपोज मैं स्टीरियोकेमिस्ट्री यहाँ पे मेंशन नहीं कर रहा हूँ. I will simply write down here ethyl and here methyl. It may be cis or it may be trans, whatever. So इसका जो पॉसिबल स्ट्रक्चर है वो इतने फॉर्म पॉसिबल हो गए. So one is both the group are at equatorial. Both the group which are at equatorial. Second जो है वो ethyl is equatorial, methyl is axial. Third structure methyl is equatorial, methyl is axial. Fourth structure both are at axial. Now you tell me which one is more stable. Write down in the chat box. I have already given number. Steric interaction is highest in axial position. Now you tell me the number 1, 2, 3, 4. Which one is more stable? What is stability order? Arnold's laws. Write down in the chat box. Which one is more stable? Among this given structure, what is the stability order? Tree is more stable. Yes, I have already previously mentioned that equatorial having less steric interaction as compared to axial. ये दोनों ग्रुप इक्वेटोरियल पे है. What is its stability order? Axial position is a more sterically hindered, so less stable. Equatorial is a less sterically hindered, so it is more stable position. What is correct order? Second is not cis. Why second? Why second is more stable? You look at here. See what happens. In first case, both the group are at equatorial. In second and third, one axial, one equatorial. And in fourth case, both are at axial. What's about stability? Highest stability is always, in which case less steric interaction is there? It is a very simple question. What is correct order of stability? See, equatorial position is less sterically hindered as compared to axial position. So here, say both the group are there at equatorial. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very good. Good. Please I have written correct answer. See, one, both are at equatorial, so it is more stable. Now, second is, see here, ethyl group is at equatorial, bulky group is at equatorial. Here, both are, see, one equatorial and one axial. Here also one equatorial, one axial. But here, see, bulky group which is at equatorial. Here, less bulky group is at equatorial. So, bulky group is at axial. So, stability decreases. So, second, having higher stability as compared to third one. And in the case of fourth, both the group are at axial. So, you can have a 1,3 diaxial interaction. 1,3 diaxial interaction of these two groups. So it is least stable. In this way, you can decide the stability. If you having C2 group are similar, suppose you are having C2 groups are same, what you can do? Suppose two methyl group is there at 1 and 2 position. Two groups are there at 1 and 2 position. Two similar group, methyl group. So both the methyl group are at axial. Both the methyl group are at equatorial. And one group which is at equatorial, one group which is at axial. And this group which is at axial and equatorial. So in this case, if you check the stability order, so what happens? Here, which structure is more stable? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So definitely 2 is more stable. But see if you, sorry, 1 is, okay, 2, both the group are at equatorial, so 2 is more stable. Now then 1 is least stable, but structure number 3 and 4 having same stability because same group are there. In earlier case that was different group. One is ethyl, another is methyl, but here दोनों methyl group है. So they are having same stability, and then here it is what. So see, this is a stability order. cis trans आपको यहाँ see मैम आपको याद रखने की जरूरत नहीं है. Just extrapolate the line. If both the line goes into different direction, so they are called trans, and if they are goes into same direction, then they are called cis. Okay, suppose आपको ऐसे पूछे कि चार स्ट्रक्चर है, इसमें से which one is correct structure for this one. ये दोनों ग्रुप है वो एक दूसरे को ट्रांस है, इसका करेक्ट स्ट्रक्चर कौन सा आएगा. तो यहाँ पे से इसको आप एक्सट्रापोलेट करोगे तो इट इज गोज इनटू डाउनवर्ड डायरेक्शन. This is also in what direction? So both are in opposite direction. So this is a correct structure of this one. Stable structure. If you having say two group are in the same direction, what happens? Two group are in the same direction, then you can have a one is at axial and one is at equatorial. So this is correct stable structure. One group, these two are in the same direction. So either of this one or this one, both are same. It is correct structure. And if you are having, see here, both the structure are possible, but this is less stable. Here you can extrapolate, so this both the bond are in opposite direction. But this is less stable and this is more stable. So we are writing this stable form. So in this way you can draw correct structure for any of this. So this is actually conformational analysis of cyclohexane. What's about say decaling? Decaling having C2 configuration. If you look at the conformational analysis of decaling, so decaling having C2 ring. So this both the ring are joined. One is by this way. See, look at here. See, this group is at equatorial. This group is also at equatorial. Look at here. So now you can see extrapolate this both the lines. So this is a trans decaling or cis. You tell me this structure is for what? So see, if you consider this ring, so you can extrapolate this line. It is goes into downward direction. This line is goes into upward direction. So both the group are which are at equatorial position. So this is just, and both the line goes into opposite direction. So it is called trans decaling. If you want to draw cis decaling, what you can do? So this is cis. This required you can require this line in a downward, this line also in a downward direction. This is in axial and this is in equatorial. Both are in a downward, so it is called cis geometry. Cis decaling. You can draw structure in this way. So this is called cis decaling. One is equatorial, another is axial. So among these two, which one is more stable? What's about stability order? Trans is more stable than cis because here two groups are there at equatorial. Some things which you can keep in mind. Sometimes what happens here, see such OH group is there at position number 1 and 3. And I will draw its possible structure of 1,3-dihydroxy cyclohexane. Suppose I will draw its possible structure, and what happens? So one is this one, structure number 1, axial. Second one is this one, equatorial axial. And next one is this is axial. This is at equatorial. And fourth one is both are at equatorial. Now you tell me which one is more stable. Both are at equatorial. Which one is more stable? Number one, two. So you may write down for Manus, but it is wrong answer. It is wrong answer. You can see your expected water stability water is, you can write down. Fourth one is a cost because less steric interaction. But you look at here at the same time, see, don't forget to count this group. Whenever you are deciding stability, this factor is also very, very important. Hydrogen bonding. See, two polar groups are there at 1 and 3 positions. See, this in this case, see, the two groups are very close to each other. Here, hydrogen bond is possible. But in the fourth structure, two groups are away from each other. So hydrogen bond is not possible. And because of H bonding, structure 1 is more stable. Of course, then next is 4. Then 2 and 3 having same stability. Okay, your answer is correct one, no problem. Because the structure 1 is having less steric interaction. Both the group are at equatorial position. Of course, it is correct. But here in this case, this is the exceptional case where hydrogen bonding is take place. And whenever say hydrogen bonding is there, then what happens? Stability order gets changed. Hydrogen bonded structure become more stable as compared to other structure. So you remember, see, don't forget to count the hydrogen bond. This is very, very important. Okay, whenever you are writing the stability, so don't forget to count hydrogen bond. This is very, very important. Okay, so now I think we will stop here. Probably we will take one more lectures, especially for this type of conformational analysis. And then you can have a see, you can have a calculation for energy formula is also there. Suppose you are see you have write down 2-methyl group at 1 and 2 position. Okay, 1 and 2 position. So you can see calculate the interaction. Sometimes you can understand the structure using particular formula, like two groups are see trans with respect to each other. So you can have a see this formula, especially for this structure. Two different carbons are there. Carbon number 1 and 2. I am drawing carbon number 1 and 2. What happens? Yes. So here you can have a carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All these carbons are there, especially cyclomethane having 1-2 arrangement. So look at here, 2 methyl groups are there. So I will draw this. First is here. Here it is. 1 methyl group is over here. Here hydrogen, and here is connected to carbon, which is joining here. This is the front side. 3 carbon. 3 carbon are there in the first front side, and 3 carbons are there in the back side. Similarly, see in the back side, carbon 1 methyl group is over here. Here you can have a in this structure 2 hydrogen is over here. Axial, equatorial. Here also equatorial, axial. So 2 hydrogens are there. So you can have a some front part, some back side part. This So this type of the structures which also represent trans geometry, where carbon number 1 and 2 both the methyl group are there at equatorial position. One is in a front side, another group which is in a back side. One group you can consider in a front side, another group which you can consider in a back side. So here what happens? See, methyl group which is interact with 1,5 and 2,4 position. This methyl group is that here say simple you are having hydrogen. So this is a hydrogen-hydrogen interaction. This is called hydrogen-hydrogen interaction. Only hydrogen-hydrogen interactions are there. And you know that hydrogen is interaction is a diaxial interaction is less stable as compared to methyl-methyl diaxial interaction. So this way you can understand the same structure, but already whatever the fundamental concept is there, so you can understand it by extrapolating the line. Now you can see also calculates value of interaction. Whatever the types of interaction is there. See, I have written this form is like to the Boch confirmation. And if you are given the value of Boch interaction for methyl, methyl, and for methyl hydrogen, then you can calculate total interaction in this molecule. अगर आपको से total interaction calculate करना है, so you can easily calculate it using this. Suppose Boch interaction is given to you, then you can calculate it. So this is structure of axial and equatorial. So two group which are methyl and hydrogen are interaction is not take place in this case. यहाँ दोनों hydrogen axial place. Here two hydrogen are interact with each other. So methyl and hydrogen interaction is not taking place. But if you consider one axial, one equatorial, then what happens? In this case, one axial and one equatorial. If you having one axial and one equatorial group, then definitely interaction which is taking place between. So look at here. One methyl group which is present at equatorial and one group which is at axial, then you can have this interaction. Axial methyl hydrogen interaction is there. So if you draw the same structure for this molecule, here methyl, one group which is as it is. This is front side carbon, hydrogen, here hydrogen, here it's a back side methyl group, CH3. This is at axial position. So in this case, what happens? There is a interaction over here. This interaction is called methyl and hydrogen diaxial interaction. And therefore, this structure is less stable. Okay, you can have so total interaction are. Here you are getting two Boch interaction. One is methyl hydrogen interaction here. One is methyl hydrogen Boch interaction here. So look at here. These two are methyl hydrogen Boch interaction, and because of this methyl hydrogen Boch interaction, one is this one per interaction value is 0.9. So two such methyl hydrogen Boch interaction is there. So one is over here, second one is over here. See. This one. So because of this two Boch interaction, value is in this case value is 2 into 0.9. 2 into 0.9 means 1.8 kilocalorie per mole. But in this case, no such interaction. Only hydrogen-hydrogen interaction is there. And if you consider both the group are at axial position, then what happens? How many interaction are there? This is one. This is one interaction. This is two interaction between these two. This is three interaction, and this is four. If you take both the group are at axial position, then you are having 4 different interaction. So what happens? You can put both the methyl group which are at axial position, then you can have a how many such interaction? Say this is 1, this is 2. Again, 2 more interaction are there. This is 1 and this is 2. So total 4 interaction are there. So 0.9 into 4, that is 3.6. So see, interaction value is more, energy is more, stability is less. And therefore, see, this is the order. 2 is more stable, equatorial, equatorial. Then 3 and 4 and then 1. Axial, axial is least stable. And this is the region. Okay, you can explain by calculating this such type of interaction. So now see, tomorrow we'll discuss the polycyclic compounds, conformation analysis of polycyclic compounds, and we will finish this unit. Okay, this unit is not a longer, but so tomorrow we'll finish it. Thank you very much for joining this lecture. Tomorrow we're going to discuss other part of this unit. Thank you all.